We have a ton of stuff to cover here in today's video. We're going to be talking about some DLC 2 Berlin Zombies storyline teasers, how it could relate to Call of Duty 2021 zombies, bringing these old German World War II soldiers through the dark ether into this new Berlin map, into the world we're in right now. A lot of crazy stuff can happen here. We're going to be looking at a bunch of intel, some stuff related to that. Also, some new Nuke event voice lines being teased and leaked as well, so we'll look at that. So a ton of cool stuff to go through here. If you guys can, leave a like on the video, subscribe to the channel for more content like this. Really do appreciate it. You guys went so hard last night. We're 700 subs away from 69k, so seriously, if you're new, really would appreciate if you join the channel. Let's get started here with the Nuke event information, some new updated voice lines. Actually, the first one here is from Samantha Maxis, our girl, the operator. She says, "Code accepted. Cleanse this place with fire and flame." And then a US commander responds, "This is Citadel, password accepted, starting launch sequence." And then another operator says, "Bend over and kiss him goodbye, here comes the nuke." And then a US commander responds with a similar thing, passcode accepted, starting launch sequence. So this is very interesting because this is actually found in Modern Warfare 2019. Some people were saying maybe this was their original plans for having these Cold War operators in MW 2019, where you just normally get a nuke in multiplayer, but that's obviously not the case. And most likely here they're bringing these quotes over to Warzone, and the next big thing happening with Warzone is the nuke event. So it makes sense as to why we're seeing these leaks here in the game. But what's kind of interesting is that they don't really seem too scared, or there's no sense of urgency in their voices as to what is going on. Like, there's a nuke dropping on Verdansk. Samantha Maxis does not seem phased by that whatsoever, and I don't know if that's because the operators in this game tend to just have vague and kind of general quotes no matter what is going on in the game in zombies. So maybe that's just the case there. Again, with the Warzone nuke event, most likely here the goal is just to get rid of the zombies. So I guess there isn't really a reason as to why they would be scared or they would have a sense of urgency in their voices, because probably these operators are already on a helicopter escaping Verdansk, and they're obviously going to drop the nuke when all of the operators have left the area, because the intention here again is to just get rid of these zombies and to blow up Verdansk. To do that, not really to kill all of the operators that are on the map. I mean, it's not some evil force doing that. We ourselves are nuking Verdansk, so that seems to make sense there. But again, we'll have to see the full details, how exactly this Warzone nuke event actually goes down. It's going to be a live event. Super interesting to see, what actually happens here. But let's talk about some stuff here with the DLC 2 Berlin Zombies map. Also some stuff with World War II Zombies Sledgehammer being teased here for COD 2021. Obviously, the first thing here, there is a letter that has been found in Ruka, and I've seen this from the Game Revolution. He talked about it, Gaming Intel as well, so I'll leave their links down below. I'll also leave a link down below to the guy who I guess is the first person to actually find this information here. He says, in Ruka, you could find a letter dated March 15th, 1944, with the logo of the Aneneabro. I looked up a pronunciation on how to say that, so let me know if you're German if I said that correctly. The letter talks about sending corpses of soldiers, regardless of their condition, to Middelburg in Bavaria, which was the location of the Final Reich, the first zombies map in Call of Duty World War II. Super interesting. And he also says that this letter could be found in one of the bunkers during the mission D-Day in the World War II campaign. Super interesting here. So a lot of things to talk about. Some people were responding to this and saying maybe it's just a reused asset in the game. I mean, I guess like they do a lot of reused assets and they use that for different stuff in the game that don't actually mean anything. This seems pretty specific for it to be reused in the game. This letter describing what's going on here, the same letter that you see in World War II and the same location for the Final Reich in World War II Zombies. I don't know, it seems kind of specific. I mean, we'll have to see, you never know, but Treyarch is very intentional usually in what they do in the game. We know that very well by now. They tease a lot of different stuff, whether it's for the next Call of Duty, for their campaign, the zombies game mode. So Treyarch putting this in Ruka, it's got to be for some type of reason. So the base idea here, is it referring to just the World War II zombie storyline continuing in 2021's Call of Duty made by Sledgehammer Games? I mean, we know that this game is going to be teased in Black Ops Cold War. They do this all the time. They're going to use Black Black Ops Cold War, they're especially going to use Warzone to hype up and tease the storyline and all of the elements of this year's new Sledgehammer Call of Duty. So it could be as simple as that, and I'm not a pro or an expert on the World War II zombie storyline, so I really don't know how it could continue, and we really don't know the main purpose and the goal of Call of Duty 2021. Is it going to be a continuation of World War II? Some theories about what if World War II never ended, what would happen? That would be what the game's about, and then obviously the zombies in that as well would continue and how that would change. So maybe again it's just simply referring to that. Very possible there, but could this relate to something else in the Dark Aether storyline? Could this relate to something with Treyarch zombies? And let's go through here some stuff about what Treyarch is doing to the new Dark Aether zombie storyline, how this relates to DLC 2 Berlin, what we're going to be seeing for the storyline and the eventual Easter egg for that map. It might relate to Call of Duty 2021, a continuation of the Dark Aether storyline into 2022. The recent interview from Treyarch kind of solidifies what they might be doing here. They said that they're trying to make the storyline a lot more direct, consistent with what's going on, a lot more easy to understand. I mean, that's kind of the theme with Cold War Zombies: easy to understand, easy to pick up on. No more multiverses, infinite Richthofens from the cycle continuing in the old Aether storyline. Like, none of that is happening anymore. It's going to be a very direct storyline here. We also know Activision is attempting to do this overall with the storylines for all of the Call of Duties, the Modern Warfare, the Black Ops, the Warzone storylines, all kind of tying together. A World War II Zombies continuation could be now in the realm of the current Dark Aether storyline, which probably is going to be the main and only zombie storyline we see for the next couple of years. They also hinted at that with the potential supporting Black Ops Cold War for 4 years. I really do think they're not trying to do anything crazy here. They're trying to see what works. Dark Aether storyline in Cold War is popular. They're not going to get rid of it and change it. And if anything, they're going to bring more stuff into this Dark Aether storyline. So how does this make sense here? With the Dark Aether storyline right now, let's talk about what's happening with Berlin DLC 2. So we've been talking about Valentina's secret mission here. She's a top Omega official, and she has been talking to some unknown person, this unknown contact in Berlin. She wants access to the Dark Aether. She wants to breach into the Dark Aether in Berlin. For some reason, Weaver Requiem now has information that she is going to be doing this. We're going to Berlin next. We already know that, but what is she going to be doing here? Why is Valentina going against Omega and doing this here? Who is she talking to? Is she talking to Eddie? Is Eddie helping Valentina? What's going on here? So a bunch of theories have been circulating around. The Gaming Revolution talked about this, and there's a lot of intel referring to the fact that maybe Valentina is carrying out the plan that the Germans originally had to win World War II. Project Endstation, led by German scientist Dr. Vogel, a bunch of other German doctors, they pretty much potentially put these German soldiers into the Dark Aether. Time moves differently in the Dark Aether, so 1 year in real life could be 100 years when you're in the Dark Aether, and that could obviously give Germans such a huge advantage in the war. They're so far ahead of everyone else. And let's just go through some of the intel here. They do talk about this. Dr. Vogel, in some intel in Cold War Zombies right now, talks about, you know, weaponizing this stuff. Imagine an army of unkillable soldiers. Even at this late point in the war, I may have found the key to saving the Reich. I mean, a lot of crazy stuff going on here. And this V-Cipher that we've been talking about says this: inform the Chancellor that preparations have been made to open the Third Front. Endstation is ready to receive the package as soon as it can be assembled and transported. We are honored to help facilitate the Reichstag's plan from V. We talked about V potentially being Dr. Vogel, obviously, but this could actually be Valentina finishing the plan of the Germans. Another piece of intel here from Dr. Vogel, again from Project Endstation, when they first went into the Dark Aether. He said, what we do now will ensure the Chancellor's dream of a 1,000-year Reich. There must be a record. I mean, this is kind of crazy. These guys back in the 1940s who first went into the Dark Aether, they may have had this plan originally. Like, the whole reason why we're in the Dark Aether is to actually help the Germans here. And if this actually is revealed in this Berlin DLC 2 map, that could be so insane. So that alone is very interesting, but could that also relate to World War II zombies? I mean, could she be bringing back old World War II German zombie soldiers. Could this note about sending corpses of the soldiers to these different areas from the 1940s, right when this occurred here, right when the breach into the Dark Aether occurred, could they be referring to that, bringing these German soldier corpses into this area, into the Dark Aether, and then them being released now in Berlin? And as this continues into World War II zombies, we'll see, you know, what happens here with the Germans having this huge advantage from these soldiers or zombies being in the Dark Aether, and what happens after that. I mean, a lot of crazy stuff can happen here. And just storyline aside, if we talk about what we're going to be seeing for Call of Duty 2021 and how zombies will continue into 2022, it is very possible that World War II zombies may be an actual thing, and if you're concerned with Sledgehammer making the zombies mode, Treyarch could easily be a part of the development process and help with the storyline, the game mode in 2021. It doesn't matter anymore, honestly. All developers are helping each other out. All of the studios are all helping each other out to make Call of Duty nowadays. I mean, Raven made the Black Ops Cold War campaign, Treyarch did MP, Zombies, Sledgehammer helped out with Black Ops Cold War as well. For Call of Duty 2021, Sledgehammer could do the campaign, help out with multiplayer, Treyarch could help out with the zombies, Raven can help out as well, and that would be the perfect way to continue the zombies storyline. A lot of people, including me, have been talking about, you know, how is the zombie storyline going to continue into 2022? Cold War Zombies, the Dark Aether storyline, it's insanely popular, and I thought, okay, maybe they'll continue to bring us new Cold War Zombies maps during the Call of Duty 2021 life cycle. So an update may be a new Warzone update, a new Sledgehammer Call of Duty 2021 multiplayer update, and then a new Cold War Zombies update in 2022. Like, that's an example of an update, but maybe they could just, you know, bring new zombie maps to the new World War II Zombies for COD 2021, but it's under the Dark Aether storyline, and it's under at least partially the lead of Treyarch and what they're doing with the storyline going forward. So I could easily see that happening. I haven't really thought about that before, but now thinking about it, it makes a lot of sense, especially now with studios helping each other out. Before, in the past, I mean, it would be such a ridiculous idea to even say that, you know, Treyarch is going to help Sledgehammer Games with their zombies game mode. But based on what we've been seeing, based on what Activision says nowadays, it is easily possible for Treyarch to actually help with zombies and continue the Dark Aether storyline in Call of Duty 2021. So I'm very interested to see what we get here, especially for the Berlin DLC 2 map. Even if it doesn't relate to Call of Duty 2021 in any way, the Berlin map is a huge pivotal moment in the Dark Aether storyline. And what we're going to be seeing here, Valentina bringing back these soldiers from World War II, from the Germans. I mean, it's still going to be crazy to see what actually goes down here, how that relates to the zombies in Warzone. So even if there's no connection between COD 2021 and Treyarch Zombies Dark Aether, it's still going to be cool to see what we get in Berlin. But if there is a connection, that's insane. That's so cool. And I'm just excited to see how they actually bring that forward into the next year for Call of Duty. So let me know what you guys think about that down below. Hope you guys did enjoy the video. Leave a comment down below, zombies. If you watched the entire video, it is greatly appreciated. And I'll see you guys in the next video or live stream. Peace out, guys.